Hola, hola, hola. ¿Qué tal? Hey man, I hope everybody in the world is doing well today, but we know that is not the case. I want to give a thanks out or a shout out to all the men and women in the service that are dedicating their lives to protecting us. And I also want to give my condolences to all the parents, families that have lost a loved one or may lose one in the future. Now, we've been through a recession and we've been through COVID. We know how horrible that is and how prices just went through the roof. Things were leveling out, and now with all this mayhem overseas, I say, and gas prices raising 20 to 30 cents today and tomorrow are going to cause another recession. It's definitely going to hit us in the pocketbook for the long haul, but it might be only the short haul according to the president. But time will tell. I don't know. I'm just here cooking, and I just want to say I did tell you guys I'm here to save you money, and I'm doing another leftover meal I call 3 a.m. And it is I'm still using the ham, and it'll save you a lot of money. So a tad bit of cooking is going to change its tune and really start saving money, whether you go to the food bank or the grocery store. Just fasten your seatbelt and check it out. Now's the time. I made some Bisquick up here, and I'm going to show you the recipe in a few. And I'm going to make my 3 a.m. casserole. Got Bisquick, cup of Bisquick, 4 eggs, cup of milk. Got it all mixed up. I'm going to show you how to make this. This is delightful. I have a lot of friends that are vegetarian, and when they come over to my house for the holidays, I do the carnivorous meal for me and my other friends, and I do side dishes of vegetables for them. And a lot of times we try those and we just love them. We don't even miss the meat. So you can make this just the way I have it. We got some garlic. We've got onions. We've got some mushrooms, broccoli, bell pepper, and carrots. And that would be dandy. It would be great. Now I've hid the meat. It's coming a little later. All right, the garlic is sizzling. There's a method to my madness here. As usual, we've got to start with the carrots because they're real hard. And I like a little garlic in there first, get them flavored up. The next thing we'll do is we'll add some onions, give the carrots a little more flavor. And then the last thing, in case I forget to mention it later, is I want to teach you about this broccoli and how to do it in the pan. You could steam it up and then add it in later, but there's a special way you got to cook it. Listen to those babies frying. Anyway, came home a little hungry. My daughter took me out, and I concocted this recipe. And I'm not putting all this, I'm not putting the bacon in here, and I'm putting a little question marks by, what you might want, what you might not. Just take it out. This is a general recipe here. Time to add a few onions. I know, hopefully there's no onion haters on my station. I'm glad I like onions because they definitely are healthy. And they retard the growth of cancer. They help prevent it. Time to add a little bell pepper. And the reason I love bell peppers is they always add a ring to my dish. All right, I have the mushrooms in the skillet. And the last thing I'm going to try and do is put the broccoli in. And the thing about the broccoli is you don't want to burn the edges. So I'm probably going to add a little bit of water in there. Otherwise you can steam them on the side because I don't want burnt edges. And then when you but we're trying to do this in one pan and make it easy. What we're going to do is there's a flat side. And we're going to lay the flat side on the top and let it steam down. But I'm going to need to work on the mushrooms a little bit and get them cooked up a little better before I do that step. And then I'll check it out and let you know. This looks rather primo, so I'm going to start laying them down. Put them on top. I'm going to bake this 35 to 45 minutes in the oven at 400. And it'll be fine. Let's make this easy. I added about 4 cups of water. I'm going to drop in some butter. And I'm going to steam it, kind of boil it a bit. This thing's going too fast. It's still early. It's not time for dinner. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't Tad put any wine in there? That's because he's got beer tonight. So, the only kind of beer we drink around here is Rainier. LOL. Anyway, whatever works. So now I got a little roux in there, and it's time for the slotted spoon. Spatulas have slots too, and that's so if you put a little much liquid, or I went out, took a little walk around the block, and so I want some of this juice to absorb into my veggies here, and then I'm going to put them in my batter. Okay, for all you vegetarians, in the next step or two, you better hide your eyes. But anyway, that looks pretty good. Looks vegetarian to me. I'm going to add a little mix of mozzarella and Tillamook cheddar cheese. You can use whatever you want. Let's put a little bit in there, because you really want to garnish the top hard. But hide your eyes, you squeamish girls, or men too. I got a little jamon here, ham. Jamon is Spanish for ham. And that's what this video is supposed to be all about. All that extra ham. Cost me 17 bucks. Cooked it on Domingo, which is Sunday. Today is Tuesday. Had a few sandwiches. Made a few other things with it too. Gave my brother some. So really, I'm going to do cost analysis. How many people I've fed comes to about $2 a day. Looking good. Woo! I'm going to dump that in there. That's kind of evenly dispersed. You know, my ham jokes, they're pretty cheesy, but I gotta say, at least they're cured. Okay, time to add some hash browns. I just got some frozen ones out. So I want to teach you how to make them from scratch and dry them. When I'm pressed on time as usual. Always something. Oh yeah, it's looking good. I think I'm gonna need a photographer. Okay. Dump it up. There we go. That's enough. You can add more if you'd like, but I think that's a good blend. And now for cheeseria. Let's do it. Bueno. For ambiance, I needed to add a few jalapenos jarred. I want a little spice going on. Just modify this recipe the way you'd like. Waiting for the oven to heat up. I'm damn hungry. So I have one thing to say before I bake this. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. You know, but some people got two because they're married to one. And I just gotta say, only time will tell if we're making the right moves. I mean, half the stuff I learned in school is not factual. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, reading comic books and stuff, they said, oh, this will never happen. Like the phone you're holding in your hand right now and pushing the button. Anyway, it happened. Everything that you've seen in these movies is going to happen. So anyway, make sure you vote right. Peace. Hey, I've often wondered why all the countries can't unite and work together to work on something as simple as curing cancer and feeding the poor people. I'm telling you, we should all unite and we should go work on things like space exploration also. I mean, what are you waiting for? E.T. to come down here and tell us that we should all reunite, get together, and that's how it should be. Otherwise, we're going to annihilate each other. So listen, I think it all stems down to education. So make sure you vote for your public schools. Give them some money. I love it. All these guys sending their kids to private school. Oh my God, they're going to raise my taxes. Come on, man. Not everybody has that kind of money. So let's get together, man. All you people, let's get together. Peace out. Wow, that's looking good. Anyway, I always put my food in, 5 to 10 minutes before it's supposed to be done, because some ovens cook a lot hotter. They say they're at 400 or whatever, and it's not. So anyway, I'm going to do the toothpick test, but you can use a fork. Nope. It's not quite ready. It needs another 10 minutes. You got to do... Okay. All right. I hope my show's not too political tonight, but there's quite a division. My whole neighborhood's divided, and there's a lot of problems going on. They're fighting over, what's right and wrong. So anyway, I know this is going all over the world. This is happening, especially in the United States, Estados Unidos. I just gotta say, let's get along. Let's work together. Let's create a new world where we're all together. And yes, I believe in UFOs, and they better come down here and help us. And thanks to Trump, it may happen. But anyway, I can't say who's right or wrong. But thanks for listening to my horse pucky tonight. Thanks. Night.